Most SUVs start falling apart right around 100,000 miles, but a few just keep on running long after the others are junkyard scrap. I'm talking about rigs that push 300,000, 400,000, even 500,000 miles if you take care of them, and I've got the list to prove it. Hello everyone, this is Scott from CarlandTV. It's time to hop in the front seat because today, it's all about the SUVs that'll outlast the competition and save you a ton of money while they do it. But first, do me a quick favor. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. It ain't required, but those clicks keep this thing rolling and make it easier for me to keep dropping solid car content straight to your screen. Now let's get back into it. Toyota Land Cruiser. Alright, let me kick this off with the Toyota Land Cruiser, because when we're talking about SUVs that flat out refuse to die, this one sets the bar. This is a true body-on-frame truck, full-time four-wheel drive, and built for places in the world where mechanics and parts aren't easy to find. That's why you'll see them with aid groups, oil crews, and even militaries. The Land Cruiser's reputation is that strong. In the US, we mostly have two recent versions. The 100 series ran from '98 to '07 with a 4.7-liter V8, and the 200 series followed from 2008 until Toyota finally retired it in 2021 with a 5.7-liter V8. Both engines are known for running 300,000 miles plus if you keep up on maintenance. I've seen clean examples on the used market with 250,000 miles, and the original driveline is still going strong. Globally, there are stories of these hitting 500,000 and even 1,000,000 miles. Now, you're not going to win any fuel economy contests with one. They drink gas, and they're heavy. But what you don't get are ugly surprises with catastrophic repairs like you do with a lot of luxury SUVs. Take care of your fluids, do the timing belt service on the older ones, watch the cooling system, and you'll have something that just keeps rolling. Parts are available, and there's a massive knowledge base for DIY or independent shops. The best part? Resale. Try to find a clean Land Cruiser under $30K right now. They hold value like gold, and that's why folks call them buy once, drive forever trucks. Toyota Sequoia. The Sequoia is what you buy when you love Toyota reliability, but need a whole lot more space than a 4Runner or Highlander can give you. It's basically Toyota's answer to the Suburban, only with the kind of long-haul dependability GM owners wish they had. The first ones rolled out in 2001 with that rock-solid 4.7-liter V8, and plenty of those early trucks are still out there today, crossing 300,000 miles. When Toyota moved it to the 5.7-liter V8 in 2008, it became a serious workhorse. That engine is the same one in the Tundra, and it's not uncommon to see them hauling boats, campers, or just hauling kids for decades without blowing up transmissions or eating head gaskets. Fast forward to now, and Toyota dropped the V8 and went with a hybrid twin-turbo V6 that cranks out over 430 horsepower and nearly 600 pound-feet of torque. That's more power than most half-ton pickups, and it'll tow close to 9,500 pounds if you set it up right. Sure, it's different from the old-school setup, but Toyota built it on the same platform as the new Tundra, so toughness is still baked in. The resale is killer. Go check used prices. Even high milers sell strongly because folks know they last. Maintenance costs run lower than you'd expect for something this big, and the only real gripe is fuel economy. But if you're buying a Sequoia, you're not sweating MPG, you're after something that'll carry the family for 20 years without drama. Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner is about as close as you can get to a time machine in today's SUV market. Toyota hasn't really changed this thing in over a decade, and that's exactly why people love it. You've got a body-on-frame setup, a 4-liter V6, and a simple 5-speed automatic. No turbos to fail, no CVT to blow out, no overcomplicated electronics that leave you stranded. It's the kind of drivetrain that just keeps plugging along if you keep up with oil changes and basic service. I've seen plenty of these trucks with 250,000 to 300,000 miles still running strong. iSeeCars actually ranked the 4Runner near the very top of its longest-lasting vehicles study, showing it's several times more likely than the average SUV to cross that 250K mark. And if you've ever tried buying one used, you know how crazy the resale is. 10-year-old 4Runners with well over 150,000 miles can still fetch more than 20 grand. That tells you everything you need to know about what folks think of their reliability. It's not perfect. Gas mileage is lousy, and if you live up north, you need to watch for frame rust on older models. But for me, the trade-off is worth it. It'll tow 5,000 pounds, it'll take you off-road without breaking a sweat, and it'll get you to work every Monday morning. That mix of dependability and capability is why the 4Runner keeps selling even when it's up against more modern competition. Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot is one of those SUVs that doesn't try to impress you with flash, but but it wins you over by just showing up year after year. I've seen families put 250,000 miles on these things without a major breakdown, and that's not rare. The secret is Honda's 3.5-liter V6. It's been around forever, it's smooth, and if you keep up on oil changes and, on the older ones, swap the timing belt when you're supposed to, it'll just keep running. What I like about the Pilot is that it gives you 3 rows without feeling like you're driving a school bus. It's based on a unibody design, so it rides more like a car than a truck. But it's still tough enough to handle towing small campers or hauling a load of kids and gear. IC Cars has it ranked among the longest-lasting SUVs on the market, and RepairPal says annual maintenance averages in the $500 range. For something that big, that's pretty cheap to keep on the road. The resale value is another thing that stands out. Go look at the used market. Even a Pilot with 180,000 or 200,000 miles still commands decent money, while competitors like the Dodge Durango or Chevy Traverse drop off a cliff once they're out of warranty. That's because buyers trust them to go another 50,000 miles easily. So if you're looking for a 3-row that can handle daily family life and still be worth something down the line, the Pilot has earned that reputation. Honda CR-V. If I had to bet my own money on a compact SUV to rack up miles without drama, I'd put it on the Honda CR-V. Honda's been building this thing since the late 90s, and the formula is simple: a reliable 4-cylinder, roomy cabin, and parts you can get anywhere. The older ones ran a 2.4-liter with a timing chain, and it's common to see those with 250,000 to 300,000 miles still doing school runs. Newer models use a 1.5-liter turbo with a CVT, and when you keep up on fluid services and drive them regularly, they hold up well. Yes, the 2017 to 2018 model year had that cold weather oil dilution issue. Honda issued updates, and owners who maintain them and get the engine hot on longer drives report normal wear after the fix. What sells me is the real-world cost of keeping one on the road. Brakes, tires, fluids, filters, nothing exotic. Insurance is usually friendly because crash tests are strong and repair severity is low. Fuel economy is a big win too. Late-model gas CR-Vs live around the high 20 seconds combined, and the new hybrid trims stretch a tank further without turning the SUV into a science project. Inside, it's classic Honda. Fold, flat cargo, tons of small item storage, and seats you can live in for a 6-hour drive. Resale tells the truth. 10-year-old CR-Vs with 150K still pull real money because buyers know they've got plenty of life left. If you want a compact that starts every morning, shrugs off mileage, and doesn't punish you at the shop, the CR-V is the easy pick. Next up, I'll switch gears to the hybrid that lasts like a Toyota should and sips fuel while it does it. Toyota Highlander Hybrid. If you want something that lasts like a Toyota and cuts your fuel bill, this is the sweet spot. The Highlander Hybrid has been around since the mid-2000s, and the current setup pairs a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with Toyota's hybrid system and an eCVT. Most trims use all-wheel drive, which means an electric motor drives the rear wheels when you need traction. No drive shaft, fewer moving parts, less to brake. EPA numbers land in the mid-30 seconds combined, and real owners routinely see low to mid-30 seconds without babying it. Longevity is where it earns a place on this list. IC Cars keeps the Highlander Hybrid near the top for hybrids likely to reach 250,000 miles, and that tracks with what I see in the market. Taxis and rideshare fleets lean on this powertrain because brake wear is low from regenerative braking, and there's no traditional starter or alternator to fail. Toyota also bumped the hybrid battery warranty, starting with 2020 models to 10 years, or 150,000 miles, which tells you how confident they are in the pack. In practice, these batteries last longer when the cooling system is kept clean and the car is driven regularly. Maintenance isn't exotic. Follow the schedule for engine oil and coolant, keep the inverter cooling system healthy, and inspect the eCVT fluid per Toyota's guidance. Towing is rated up to 3,500 pounds when properly equipped, so small campers and boats are fine. Inside, you get a quiet ride, real third-row usability for kids, and the kind of cargo space families actually use. Resale is strong because shoppers know these hybrids run a long time and sip fuel doing it. If you want luxury with the same bones, the next one brings that in spades. Lexus GX. Closing this list with the Lexus GX makes sense to me because it mixes Land Cruiser toughness with Lexus polish, and it holds up for the long haul. The first run here was the GX 470 from 2003 to 2009 with the 4.7 V8. That motor is the same 2 UZ-FE you see in Toyota trucks, and with timing belt service done on schedule, it's a 300,000-mile engine. The 2010 to 2023 GX 460 switched to the 4.6 V8 with a timing chain and a 6-speed automatic. Full-time 4-wheel drive, low range, and body-on-frame stayed in the recipe, which is why these things keep their composure even when owners actually use them off-road. The new 2024 GX 550 moved to Toyota's GAF platform and a twin-turbo V6 with a 10-speed. Power and torque are way up. Towing climbs to about 8,000 pounds when equipped right, and you still get real 4-wheel drive hardware. Lexus put in the usual crawl controls and terrain modes, so it feels like a luxury truck without losing the truck part. On reliability, Lexus keeps landing near the top in consumer reports and J.D. Power dependability data, and the GX benefits from that culture. Real world, I see lots of 200k-mile GX 460 seconds with original drivetrains and owners who just follow the maintenance book. Known items are simple to plan for. Timing belt on GX, 470 seconds. Rear air springs on older trucks. KDSS leaks if ignored. And rust protection if you live in salty states. Parts support is strong, and independent shops know these well. Resale is stout. Clean, higher-mile GX models still pull strong money because buyers know they last. If you want luxury that ages like a Toyota, this is the play.